He's doing a little couple of projects for us now. He's doing some beautiful little projects that we have going with my son, Eric, who's fantastic. He's done a great job. And former Ambassador Robin Bernstein is here. She went out and learned Spanish, right? Dominican Republic. She went out and learned the language, and she learned it well. Congratulations. Not a lot of people aren't smart enough to do that, Robin. Most people don't bother doing it. I wouldn't do it, to be honest with you. But Palm Beach County is a very special place, and Palm Beach is a very special place. And it should be no surprise that across my first and second terms, residents of this community have served our country with exceptional devotion and skill. I'll meet people, I didn't know them, but I'll meet people at the club, or I'll meet people in Palm Beach or West Palm Beach. I love West Palm Beach. It's one of the really great stories is West Palm Beach. Palm Beach has been incredible. It's never been run better. We appreciate it. West Palm Beach is really hot. It's coming along so fast and so good. It's all over, one of the hottest. And I'm so honored with what's happened with Joe and with Meg. Where's Meg? Are you like, stand up, please? Meg she's fantastic. But I do want to thank you, and I want to thank everybody that voted. We was really a bipartisan vote, if you can believe it. I'm not used to that, when you have Democrats voting, but with the name change on the Southern Boulevard and the airport, and I can only tell you we will work to deserve that name, and we love you guys, and we're working with you in Washington and a lot of different things, and I think it's been a great partnership. Florida generally, but this area, I feel so strongly about it. We have to help and make it even better. All over the world, they love it, and they talk about it, and we have to make it and keep it first class and the best. But I want to thank you very much. I know how hard you worked on that. She's a really great person, and I don't know what her future is, but I think it's really good politically. I think she's fantastic, and she loves animals, right? She loves her and her husband. They love animals, and that's good. That usually is very good for votes. I was never as much, they all wanted me to buy a dog when I went to the White House. They said, sir, you'll be the first president in 68 years or something that doesn't have a dog. I said, it's not going to work for me. No, they like pictures of like Biden walking his dog, all that, but his dog was a vicious dog, kept biting our Secret Service people. No, we had 28 bite problems, 28. This was a violent dog. That's not a dog I'd want. But for 60 years, I guess, even longer, every president's had a dog because they do it for votes. Some of them do it because they love the dog. Probably most of them do it for votes. And I thought it would look quite fake. Like the fake news, it was quite fake. Can you imagine? Donald Trump has purchased a lovely, lovely little poodle. And he walks him religiously every day on the White House grounds as he's inspecting the ballroom that's going up. They walk deep down into a foundation that's going down to China. There's a lot of stuff going on in that foundation, let me tell you. A friend of mine said, boy, that's the deepest foundation I've ever seen for a ballroom. I said, yeah, a lot of things happening there. But we have several friends of mine that were great with us past and present. We have Secretary of Commerce, former Wilbur Ross is here. Thank you, Wilbur. Thank you, Wilbur. We have former Ambassador Woody Johnson, who's a great guy and you were a great ambassador. We appreciate it, Woody. Great guy, and the owner of the Jets, and current director of the Federal Housing Finance Agency, a man who has taken the Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, but Fannie Mae, it's over $1 trillion in value. When I gave it to him, it was not doing well, and he's turned it around, and it's worth over it. We're thinking about taking it public, taking a little chunk out of it. I don't know what the hell we're going to do. It's peanuts compared to the values of, you buy 15 missiles. You take it public, it buys 15 missiles. But Bill Pulte, where are you, Bill? Bill. No, it's true. My first term, I was offered $100 million for that. And I turned it down because the guys that were offering me were very sharp. Two of them are sitting in the room, by the way. They're not happy. But I turned it down because I didn't want to. Did you ever hear of schmuck insurance, right? I didn't want to be a schmuck. I didn't want to have them flip it for $500 million in 2 weeks, which is always a possibility. It's always a little scary, especially in the world of politics. I was with a bank, a very good bank, a very hot banker who's going to the head of one of the biggest banks in the world, and he was also in charge of real estate for the bank, and they had a corner building on 57th and 5th Avenue in New York, and he wanted to sell it, and he made a deal, quick deal, nobody even knew about it. It was quick, and he sold it for $25 million. And the person that bought it flipped it the following week for $97 million. And that was the end of his job. That was the end of his rise to the chairman of the bank. So I don't want to be in that category. But we kept it. I put Bill Pulte in charge, and I think it's worth over $1 trillion now, right? So we kept it, and we didn't sell it, and that's good. That's good. But not only have we lovingly restored they call it the crown jewel of Palm Beach, Mar-a-Lago, but we turned it into what everybody acknowledges. It's the hottest club anywhere in the world. I mean, I hate to say it about my club, but it is truly everybody that's been there. It's the hottest club anywhere in the world. And very importantly, it creates hundreds of jobs and brings thousands of travelers here each year. And then we have all the weddings and all the conventions and the events that we have there are spectacular. And they say it's raised more money as a ballroom. It's raised more money than any other ballroom anywhere in the world for charity. We raise tremendous money for charity. It's every other night you'll see it. They raise it for incredible things. And just as Marjorie Merriweather Post, who, with her husband, E.F. Hutton, that was a power couple. E.F. Hutton, remember? E.F. Hutton talks, everyone listens, right? He was the #1 guy. He's like some of the guys in this room was a long time ago. This was in the early 1920s, roaring 20s, but Marjorie Merriweather Post was married to E.F. Hutton. She was the richest woman in the world, and they wanted to build something incredible, and they envisioned everything, and they bought the lot in South Florida. She bought it because that's where the great reef, if you look at the maps, you have a great stone. It's a source of unbelievably powerful stone. It's a stone jetty, and it ends right there. She bought it there because there wouldn't be any settlement when you built the house on that settlement. It ends right in the backyard, actually, and it's really pretty amazing. She envisioned something really great, and she built Mar-a-Lago along with E.F. Hutton. And at the time, and then you had the Depression, but she wasn't affected by the Depression, and she actually built other sections onto it because she wanted to give people jobs. She did a fantastic job, and she always wanted that to be the Southern White House. And in fact, when she died, she left